Okay, so we're visiting family up in Idaho. It's we're up here over the Christmas break, and it's always a little risky when we bring the dogs up. But the weather has taken a really unexpected turn for the cold. It's several degrees colder than what I anticipated, so I'm worried about my two dogs and how I'm going to keep them warm. So we're going to try something. I'm going to run in here. I'm at the Walmart in town. I'm going to run and grab two things. One, a thermometer so I can monitor the temperature from inside the house and kind of check on it throughout the night, and then a space heater. There's no way my in-laws are going to let me bring my dogs into the house. That's just not, especially two labs that are shedding like labs do. So I'm going to try and figure out a way to keep them warm in the truck. Luckily, I've got a camper shell over it. And with the dog's body heat and a little help from a space heater, I think we're going to be able to keep them nice, safe, and warm throughout the night as the temperatures continue to drop even into the single digits. All right, so I've made my trip to Walmart. I've got my extension cord, my space heater, and I've also got a thermometer that I can read from inside. I'm going to set a little reading next to my bed, and I can track how cold it is in the bed of the truck where the dogs are at, and I can keep track of that at night rather than I don't have to come outside in the cold and stick my hand in there and just to make sure that it's all good. So I'm going to get all this set up, and then we'll go get ready for bed and make sure we can keep the dogs warm.
Okay, so all I got to do now is get an extension cord out to the truck. So unplug the Christmas snowman lights and plug the extension cord here. Then run the cord out to the truck. Get the space heater plugged in. You can see my breath and see how cold it is. But once we get this plugged in, just turn it on and let it start working its magic. Okay, so it's about 11 o'clock, and I'm letting the dogs just run around and go kind of burn off a little bit of energy, build up their, get some body temperature built up. I'm gonna let them run around for about 15 minutes, and then we're gonna put them back in the truck and turn on the space heater. And then we'll see how well my little plan works. All right, so now that the dogs are exercised and ready to be put up for the night, I'm just gonna kind of crank the space heater a little bit and then head inside. So a couple hours later, this is now 1 o'clock in the morning. You'll notice that the temperature inside is 80 degrees. My father-in-law started a fire and got it ripping and roaring. So the temperature inside is 80 degrees, but notice the temperature at the top. That's the temperature in the bed of the truck. Even though, according to the temperature app, it's only 13 degrees outside, it's inside of the bed of the truck. It's almost 50 degrees, so more than comfortable for the dogs, more than safe. Super happy with my little last minute plan to keep them warm.
All right, so after a couple of days, I'm totally comfortable with this solution. It's not the ideal solution, but it does work in a pinch. For $50, you can make sure that your dogs stay nice and warm, and more importantly, you can make sure that they stay safe. A little space heater, an extension cord if you don't have one, I guess, and then that little thermometer. The thermometer is more just for comfort, just so I know exactly where the temperature is at for them. I did a little experiment and was really interested. About 6 o'clock last night, I put them in the truck bed and no space heater, and then I stuck the indoor part of the thermometer outside on the hood of the truck to get an idea of, how cold exactly it was outside versus inside the truck bed with only the dog's body heat. These two Labradors were able to keep the temperature 20 degrees warmer inside of the bed of my truck with a camper shell just by themselves. So I just kind of went to reassure me a little bit more. With the space heater, even when it's dropping into the single digits, again, not an ideal solution, but if you're in a pinch, $50 can save your bacon. I hope this was helpful. I'll see you in the next video.